Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. I'm getting ready to put together a dish that we're going to have for dinner today. And you can call it a sheet pan dinner. I'm going to cook it in a casserole dish, but you can cook it in a sheet pan. That would be perfect, especially if you have a larger family. But it's kind of got a little bit of a Greek vibe to it, but I want to make it for you today. And we're going to start with the marinade, okay? I've got bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs that we're going to use in just a minute. Now, you can use the boneless, skin-on, bone-in, skinless, whatever your preference. This is what I found at the grocery store. They didn't have a boneless, which is really what I wanted, but you know, I was in a hurry, so I didn't take the time to ask my butcher if he would take the bone out for me, but you know, I could do that myself. I just don't want to. I just want to get my dinner going. Okay, so we're going to start with a marinade, okay? And we're going to use half of a cup of olive oil. Now, you want a good olive oil. And from what I've been told and I've learned, your better olive oils come in the darker bottles, okay? And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But this is an extra virgin olive oil. And, excuse me. So I have a puck that I froze of garlic. And it's about a tablespoon, and it's minced up. I've already put it in my bowl. We're going to pour in our olive oil. Yeah, and it looks so beautiful. Now, I've got a lemon, and I'm going to squeeze this lemon. But first, I want to get my little strainer because I don't want to get any seeds. I don't want any seeds in my marinade. We've got our lemon juice. Lemon juice is so good. Okay, that was just the seeds and the pulp left. How about that? Stay up there. Okay, the next we're going to put in some oregano. And I'm going to put in about 2 teaspoons of oregano. And I've got some thyme that I'm going to put in around a teaspoon, y'all. I love thyme, and it's lemony, and it is just delicious. And the recipe calls for a Dijon mustard. Well, this is the deli style mustard that I get. It's got horseradish in it, and I'm going to use that. This is what Pop and I like. So, and plop that right on in there. Okay, and we need a little bit of salt and pepper. And you know, after that, that's our marinade. A little bit of salt and pepper. You put it to your taste. And whisk it up. Okay, so now what I want to do is I've got my chicken thighs, and I'm going to use a little bit of this marinade over my chicken thighs. I'm not going to use it all. I just want a little bit. Okay, and we're going to take our hands and we're going to massage that marinade into this chicken. Y'all got to rub it in, get it all in, kind of press it into that chicken skin. And then we're going to I want to make sure it's all coated, and that looks beautiful to me. Now, I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to get on some veggies, okay? Got my hands washed. Let's set our chicken out of the way. I'm going to scoot my marinade over to the side. I don't need this anymore, so let's get rid of it. We need our knife, though. We've got some veggies to cut. And I've got an orange bell pepper. I have a zucchini. I have some potatoes. And I have a red onion. And, you know, you can use whatever veggies you want, really. I think asparagus would be good with it. I think broccoli would be good with it. And probably even yellow squash. But use your imagination. Do whatever you want, okay? So we're just going to put this right back in this bowl. I'm not going to mess up another one. We're going to cut this up. I don't want them too thin, but I don't want them too thick. And what do you say that is? Is it a 1/4 inch? Close to it. So we've got our oven set to 425, and it's preheating. And it's going to be waiting on us instead of us waiting on it. So let me get my my bench scraper. We're just going to put it right back in this bowl. Now, let's work on this pepper. I've got an orange. Because I just thought the orange was really pretty. You can use red, you can use green, whatever color you want. I just got that because I thought, like I said, I thought it was pretty. And you want it to be a nice, colorful dish. So I am going to trim this out where the seeds were, the ribs. I'm going to trim that out. And so y'all give me just a second, okay? Okay, I got them all trimmed. So I'm just going to cut them up in pieces. Don't go too small. About like that. Is that about 1 inch? Y'all are probably better at measurements than I am. But we're just going to chop them up and put them over in the bowl with our zucchini. Okay, so right in here. Already, y'all, this looks pretty. The green and the orange together. I have a purple onion, a red onion, whatever you want to call it. Some call it purple, some call it red. It's purple. I don't know why we've always called it red onion, but we have. Let me clean up right here a little bit. Get those seeds off. I don't want them. Okay, so let's trim this onion up. And y'all, you can save these onion pieces and put them. I put them in a freezer bag and put them in my refrigerator. And that way, when it comes time to make stock, I have my vegetables. And I don't have to go out and buy special for it. So, because I've already got it. Something to think about. And I keep all of these. You know, this peel, everything. I do it mostly on white or yellow onions, but it probably wouldn't hurt to do a purple onion. Just give it a little more color in your broth. Okay, so I'm cutting this onion in chunks like that, and I don't want to cut it up in pieces too small because, you know, onions will cook away when you're trying to, when you're cooking them. So, and I want to know that they're in there. So we're doing that. That's a strong onion, y'all. It's starting to burn my eyes. Okay, so I want to break it up a little bit. Not totally. But I want to, I say break it up, separate it a little bit. Because it'll probably separate when I go to toss it around. All right, there we go. Now, we have some potatoes. This is like a meal in one dish, y'all. And if you want a side, and I think I'm going to do a side of asparagus to go with this, because we like asparagus. I'm going to do roasted asparagus with it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same with these as I did the onion and I'm zucchini, and I'm just going to slice it. I don't want it too thick. I don't want it too thin because I want these potatoes to get done in the amount of time that the chicken does. Okay. That's a nice big old dish pan of vegetables, isn't it? Should have kept my little whisk out, y'all. Right. I am going to put this over our vegetables. And we're just going to get in there and toss them and get them coated really well. So y'all give me a minute while I get that done, okay? Okay, I'm going to toss these around. Now separate your vegetables. See, like my potatoes are wanting to stick together. I probably should cut that one a little more. But you want these coated. You want to get all of that goodness on all of these vegetables. Okay, so that's better. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to just dump all of these vegetables into this dish. That's a lot of vegetables in it. But you know what? They're good for us. And what you don't eat with the chicken, you can have left over with another meal. Now, I've got 4 chicken thighs. So I think that's probably going to make 2 meals. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that noise. That'll make 2 meals for me and Pop. So let's spread this out here. Yeah, doesn't that look so pretty? Looky there. That is just gorgeous. Okay, now let's take our beautiful thighs that have been sitting in this marinade, and we're just going to nestle them right in there. Isn't that beautiful? And they can lay on top. They don't have to go on the bottom. They can be on top of the vegetables. That is perfectly fine and perfectly okay. Tuck them in. Tuck your veggies in where you need to. Let's get those potatoes in there and those beautiful onions. That adds such pretty color. Let's put this one up where you can see it. We just want that color, and I just want this beautiful, beautiful dish. I gotta wash again. Okay, we're ready to put this in the oven. Look how beautiful that is. Can you see? I'm going to get y'all some good pictures, and I can't wait for this to come out. Now, I'm going to bake it. I think I'm going to start about 40 minutes, and to have the chicken totally done, you want it at 165 degrees, because if it's not, it is not done. We usually go over that around 180, 200. That's just the way we like it. But this is going to be delicious, and I can't wait to try this. And I'm going to get some asparagus ready and pop that in probably the last 15 minutes, and get it cooked and roasted. So let me get this in the oven, get it baked, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what it looks like when we're done, okay? Okay, everybody. I've had that chicken in the oven for about 25 minutes. Now, I'm going to get my asparagus in, and I want to put some tomatoes in with that chicken. Doesn't that sound good? I love to do tomatoes like that and get them nice and blistered, and they just cook down. I put a little olive oil. We're putting a little bit of salt and pepper, and we're just going to do this. It's that simple. Now, if you want, you can put a little lemon zest on it. You can sprinkle a little garlic powder. That would be good. And but we like it just like this with salt and pepper. So let me give my hands a rinse. Our timer just went off. So let's get this chicken out and see what it looks like so far, okay? And then we're going to get back in the oven. We're going to get it finished up. I'm getting hungry, and I'm going to have to call Pop in. He's going to be hungry, too. My goodness, y'all. This is looking good already. Look at here. Already. But we're not done. I want to put some of these little tomatoes around, and I'm just going to sprinkle them like this. They'll be all right. I know they didn't get tossed in the marinade, but that's okay. They're still going to be delicious. But if you want, you can toss them in the marinade and have them tucked in there. Look, isn't that just colorful? That's beautiful. You know, I've always said, and y'all hear me say this, you eat with your eyes first. And if it doesn't look appealing, you're not going to enjoy it, right? All right. I think that's good right there. Now, I'm going to get this put back in the oven. And I want this to cook until the chicken is, like I said, I know it's 165, but we like to go around 180. But I want these potatoes to get tender also. So I'm going to put this back in the oven. I'm going to get the asparagus in with it. And I'll see you back here in a little bit, okay? All right, I got this out of the oven. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Will you hold this up for them to see?
I'll be glad to.
You can hold it up a lot better than I can. Y'all, this chicken is the perfect color. And those vegetables, look, putting those tomatoes in at the last 20, 25 minutes, I think works better than
Got some chicken
having them cooked in the whole time. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
What's going to be even better is when we eat it.
It'll look even better right here.
All right, so I'm going to make us a plate.
Good morning, everyone.
Now, he's been out in the yard and doing what he likes to do and enjoying his retirement.
Work.
Working in the yard, and he's got my few little vegetables. I got peppers and tomatoes planted, and he's done that for me and worked on the beds. Looky there, all that juice. Now, we're gonna, I'm not done with that yet. I'm gonna sprinkle some parsley on it. Let's give it some color, make it look pretty. Now, on this asparagus,
You're going to put the lemon on it.
I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon. And I know I told y'all you could cook it with some lemon and some salt and pepper and some garlic, but I decided to squeeze a little lemon on it. Now, Hold that plate up there for them to see. I don't think you're going to get any prettier than that. What's going to be even better is once we start eating it. So I'm going to make my plate while you're doing that. And all of these vegetables, see these tomatoes held their shape. And did you get some zucchinis on that plate?
I see one or two. See one.
Hey, unless you need more zucchini than one.
I love zucchini.
I know you do.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm getting mine all dressed up and pretty. Get me some asparagus. I love asparagus. And I'm going to give you a fork.
It looks great.
Doesn't that look good?
It does. That looks like a $40 meal in a fancy restaurant.
Yes,
per
it
plate.
does, doesn't it?
But it didn't cost that to do it, did it?
No. No. All right, so let's try this chicken. What are you trying first? You going after the chicken?
Well, I'm going to open up the chicken and let it cool off a little bit. That looks good in there. You like that?
You're going to like that.
Very good.
Those, the oregano and the thyme. Chicken and thyme are good friends.
That's got a good flavor.
So I'm going to get some of these onions, some of these vegetables with it. Pepper.
I used to get tired of chicken, but the last few years you've done it so many different ways.
I've tried to do different ways so it would keep it interesting.
I love it again. That's good. Save some for me now. What am I getting here?
Yeah, that is
Pepper.
so good. That's the yellow bell pepper.
Yellow bell
Orange,
pepper.
I'm sorry.
Orange. The bell pepper's got a kick to it.
The zucchini is cooked just right. The potato is tender to cut.
I could eat zucchini all day long.
And it's tender to eat. Yeah, excuse me for talking with food in my mouth.
That's what we do.
I want an asparagus.
Let's see what all I can get on my fork for a
And
good
that
bite.
lemon,
It kicks it off, doesn't it?
squeeze that little bit of lemon over that asparagus. It really sets it off. It is delicious.
Ooh,
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
asparagus is flavorful.
And I love it with just a drizzle of olive oil, salt and pepper. It's how I cook it. But adding that lemon over it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
It does.
All right.
I'm going to try a potato.
Try your potato. And you've tried the zucchini, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah. It's very good. Potato's flavorful, too.
Yes.
It all kind of blended in together.
Yes, it does. But you can use different vegetables. Where I chose potatoes and zucchini, you can use broccoli. You can put the asparagus in the dish. There's just so many things you can do. I think cauliflower and broccoli combination would be good in there with the tomatoes. And because I love roasted cauliflower and broccoli, and I just think it would be a good combination. But whatever choice you come up with, this is what we wanted. All right, we're going to go finish eating, and we're going to have enough, unless he goes back for seconds, he's enjoying it. We might have enough for another meal. But again, like I said, there was a lot of vegetables, a lot of potatoes, but I don't think we'll eat all of those. But that's something that you can have as leftovers for another meal.
That'll be good for now and good for supper too.
That's right.
Have some asparagus.
I'll eat it if you let me. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, we have 2 cookbooks, Volume 1, Volume 2, and they're available. And listen, Volume 1, Volume 2 is so well, but Volume 1, you guys, it just makes my heart so happy.
Yeah. Y'all purchased so many cooking books, and we appreciate it.
We do. I just did my 4th run.
I hope you've enjoyed
this year, and this is just the end of April. So we're enjoying, and we're so happy that you're enjoying our book. And I love to hear from you. And tell me what you've made out of them. I certainly would appreciate it. We enjoy having each and every one of you here with us today, and we certainly hope you're going to come back and visit with us soon. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget, hit that notification bell so you know when we put out another video. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye now.